25 years ago, but it feels like yesterday.
Great save!
To pull on the green and gold, it's a special time, and I think that sort of culminates when you're there and you're singing the national anthem.
It was actually one of my favourite goals because I chopped him inside and hit it pretty quickly.
And Australia go up 2-0.
Goal down against Germany, we'd lost the first game, it could have been over. To these scenes, it was pretty surreal.
I felt that team was inclined to go all the way, and I felt they should have been world champions.
Please welcome for the final of the FIFA Under-17 World Championships, the teams from Australia and Brazil.
Leading into the World Cup, it was probably a little bit of an unknown as to how we would go. Obviously, the group we were in, we had Germany, I think, who had won the European Championship or came close to, had Brazil, and then Mali as well. So it was sort of touted as the group of death.
This was the hardest group, and I've been in 13, qualified for 14 World Cups with different national teams. And when I say this was a hard one, it was a hard one.
We weren't expected to get out of the group, I don't think. But as a team, I think we weren't looking at it like that. Like, we were confident that we could do well.
It was about, making sure we showed up, making sure we did each other proud, did our parents proud, did the country proud as well. We
went on South American tours, playing against opposition that were tough. We played Uruguay, we played Chile, and really those 2 years, I look back with fond memories, and I know that prepared us really well for that World Cup.
We became more or less, and I don't know if any of the boys would say this as well, but very much like a band of brothers. And we were very unlucky in that first game against Brazil. I think we lost it 2-1.
We were the first team ever from any national team or youth team in Australia to attack Brazil.
Whether you lose or you win, if we got off the field and went, geez, we've given it our all and we've worked hard, that was where we wanted to be.
But we gave them a tough game, and then obviously the Germany game, pretty much everyone probably wrote us off.
Because we were 1-0 down and obviously lost the first game, thinking this could be it. It could be over after 2 games.
It's like you could have put your head down and gone, look, it's going to be tough, but we scraped back, got the win against Germany.
The coach always said we're going to win the World Cup. They felt they had a good youth squad, and we were prepared. We were organised against them. We didn't give them an inch, and the coach was very upset from Germany after the game. He hardly shook hands. You understand that? Because they were so disappointed that a team from Australia could beat a team like Germany.
As the tournament progressed, we got better and better, and the belief grew amongst the group as well.
Lovely volley and a goal! What an effort! Josie Orio! Australia make the semi-finals of the World Under-17 Championship for the first time.
What about the USA in the semi-finals? I think they're unbeaten now for 24 matches. It's going to be a tough task.
How many matches are unbeaten? 20?
24, I think.
24, and it's a tremendous record, so we have a lot of respect for them, but I also have a lot of respect for my players. Let me tell you something, our boys can improve.
Yeah, they had a strong team. They had players sort of playing in the MLS, they had players playing in Europe as well. Landon Donovan was in the squad, DeMarcus Beasley was playing as well. It was a battle.
For these balls, near post, flick back, and a goal here! What a start! Here he breaks through, it's just too quick, too short, little turn inside. The big man can't stay there, and he hits it right across the keeper. What a wonderful goal.
You learn quickly if there's an outstanding player like Donovan, you know that he will come up with something special.
Here's a chance for Donovan. Gets around one and shoots at a goal! And here's a corner. Donovan chips to the near post, and you in! And that's a header and a goal! It's level in the semi-final.
You can't really prepare for those moments, honestly, you can't. You can do penalties after training, and we did them, we practiced penalties, but there's nothing to prepare you for penalties in a game like that. Like, you can't replicate it.
Part of my job was to also stand up. Who wants to take the first? And there's not often a lot of people, so it was like, yep, look, I'll put my hand up and do it.
Takes the kick and just sneaks in for Australia.
But you know what? Like, I was confident going into the penalties that we'd win it.
Cutler scores it! Australia was through! He lifted it over the bar. The Joeys go through! The Joeys are through to their first World Cup final.
Going into the final, there was a bit of a shift leading into the final. It was a sellout, so that had sold out. So we knew that we're going to be playing in front of a big crowd, and for a lot of the boys, it was the biggest crowd they'd ever played in front of.
It was such a tight, fought game that no one really wanted to give an inch, and you know, you could see it was a final that everyone was worried about one mistake could cost them. So as it was, we both sort of sounded each other out and nullified each other, and it went to extra time.
We closed them down. We harassed them in their own half many times, and then we dropped back as a unit. So we all got behind the ball, and they didn't like that. They didn't like they couldn't open us up.
And this match in the final, and the championship is going to a penalty shootout here at North Harbour Stadium.
I ended up taking the first one again. I could see as I was in the process of kicking it, and the goalkeeper was diving, and I was like, oh, too late to change. So I was just trying to push it a little bit wider, and unfortunately, yeah, I missed.
On the spot, Mark Byrnes, Robinho, and he misses Mark Byrnes. So first blood to Brazil, he turns it wide.
Mark Byrnes, for me, he was an outstanding captain from all the captains I had. And if anybody should miss a penalty, would not be him. It was one of these days. I still feel sorry for him because he was such a model of consistency and determination.
Yes, Vanstrattan, McDonald, 2-1! What a save! He's done it again.
Wasn't thinking much other than trying to get a hand on a couple, and there's opportunity to win it for us.
Yeah, if he was 2 inches taller, he would have won the World Cup. He touched it 2-3 times. He just touched it. He read it right, but he just didn't get to it. And
then all you can do is watch. You know, it's a horrible situation when you can't influence the final from there on in.
They can put the penalty away. Brazil are the world champions. And he can. They have won their second World Under-17 championship.
Oh, it still hurts. I tell you, 25 years later, it doesn't feel any different.
That's part and parcel of football. You have to accept it. Not that I still say to myself that that game we should have been world champions.
You're living your dream, and you're thinking you could be a world champion. So we were, you know, one penalty kick away from being world champions, which is, when you say it like that, it's quite a phenomenal sort of time and achievement to have been that close.
Great for Oceania, great for the world game, great for Australia, and finished runners-up in this championship.
It's definitely something you look back on. I think anyone that's represented your country in any sport or like in anything at any level, it's definitely something to be proud of, and especially with the results that we were able to get as a team was pretty special. And hopefully there was those younger kids going, look, they're not that much older than us, that sort of spurred them on as well to do well.
You can't take it away from those kids. You only look at the results. Get into the final of a FIFA World Cup at any age group. Nobody went in the final, and they did it. And I would say still is the greatest achievement of football. I wouldn't change it any other way.